taking this for now. They've got a lot of positioning onto the point, but trading out. That's already leaving Jinmu finding some opening pickoffs. Despite Gaga going down, he created enough space for them to at least capitalize off of it. Still, the Gladiators not giving up. They are going to get early control of this point and its objective. It looks like the team fight inevitably is going to be going here to the Chengdu Hunters, especially off the back of that ultimate. A very fast barrage being built by Jinmu, and pretty much all the pickoffs.
It's going to be vitally important.
Oh, that is so much pressure as well, and Kevster has got himself into a prime position to take down everybody. Just following up on these Discord orbs, it's perfect placement from Skewed. We've been bigging up the Brigitte play from Skewed's perspective, but on the Zenyatta.
Amazing coordination there from Skew and Shude, but here it comes. Jinmu with the barrage set up from that halt. Gaga with a pulse on him.
Still dangerous.
Excellent work from Late Young, just keeping him alive. Can they find the kill here on the main tank? Yes, it's going to come through eventually, and the Gladiators still have control of this point.
Kevster has no recoil, yet he's still just trying to put the damage into Leave to try and take the 1v1 away. Still the Gladiators in control of this as well. Evil this time, again whipping out the pistol. And hopefully that's going to be enough for them to try and turn this one. You can see Jinmu actually onto the Genji just to get back in and give them a bit more burst damage in this subsequent. Gladiators are looking to try and at least capitalize off the extra healing that's coming their way. Shu as well. That is such an aggressive position. Trying to take the volley around the approach right into the Amp Matrix, and Gaga just sets up the kill beautifully into the pile driver. Of course, the Chengdu Hunters going to be playing aggressively into this one. They're going to be trying to get as many stagger kills as possible to generate the ultimates for the next team. Oh, especially with Kevster in this back position right now. Jinmu ends up using the blade, and it does at least force out that immortality field. He gets a kill out of it as well. Still, space of the self-destruct. Be sending it out. Jinmu just with the shurikens just coming through. Yeah, straight through the shield, and that's Muse removed. The fight's not over though. The Gladiators still have a chance to try and win this, especially as they've wrangled the point control back over to them. Kevster winning that one out. Jinmu's going to be falling here, but now Kevster's got a large task ahead of him to try and win this one. 8 HP, not going to be winning it, but the post bomb eventually removing Leave. Still the Chengdu Hunters though, with all the kills in the world. The res onto Jinmu. It's meaning they're going to be having a lot more damage as well to work with in the tail end of this round, and it drastic improvements towards it. You can see Gaga's trying to set something up. There's the power drive, the bubble applied. So he's surviving for just but a moment. The adaptive shields have already been burnt down, and he is going to go down. Still, the Chengdu Hunters are not going to be wasting that opportunity. They play right off the back of it. Late Young comes around the corner, and they pincer right into them. Kevster's going to try and turn it now. Some heroics coming through as Muse also dives into them, but still, all the kills being collected, 50% up to the Grav. Late Young was just pumping in the damage that entire time. Kevster with the hack, actually. He can't really do anything about it. Yeah, he can't blink. Can't get out of there. Beautiful play by Jinmu with that neutral hack. What a play. And it should be just a team fight win. The pulse bomb's going to be committed into this because it is getting a bit dicey. The Gladiators in close quarters, they got a lot of damage that they can output. Late Young gets taken out, I think, by Space when he was demeched. A bit of a quad ults are now starting to fade, and Gladiators have positioning over the point. Going to get past this choke point. Started playing around it. There's the grab into the backline, and there's really nothing to stop it. Shudo? That's the Transcendence going to be used. He had that saved. There's a lot of heals going their way. Birdering the tactical visor really is getting annoying now for the Chengdu Hunters, and it should be to flip over to the Gladiators. This is their team fight to win. Use the recall though to back away, and Gaga is going to be there, but look at that. The Gladiators are more than happy to take the team fight a bit further forwards. Shu goes down at the tail, and Monk
what a shot.
Wins out the fight against Kevster. Leave's still alive as well. This was looking largely won here for the Gladiators as well, off the back of Space still being able to clean that up onto the... Yeah, and we're looking now as it's getting into 70% and counting. The Chengdu Hunters looking to turn around. What a hack onto Kevster! That's Jinmu again finding these neutral hacks onto the opposing Tracer just to set up Lee for the easy dunking. He's found one. There's the mines tossed up onto the high ground. Part of them going down low. That Shu falling. Pulse bomb as well. Leave really just gave no options to Skewed. He couldn't move anywhere. With the Discord orb now just dropped onto Muse. He can't do anything. It's 90% here for the Gladiators. They're going to get one more opportunity to contest this.
But they don't have a big ultimate like the EMP to come in.
Transcendence to salvage. There's nothing to stop it now. The EMP comes through. Not too many targets going to be caught with it, but it might not even matter at the end of the day. Leave following up on all of the damage that's being done as Gaga's just bashing around various targets. That is going to be just a monstrous performance from him alongside his DPS duo, and they are going to be able to close out that map. A pretty tremendous performance there.
Support ultimate here, and there's an EMP from Birdring. Who wins out?
Oh, the EMP up close and personal. It's caught onto them. Monk could not get the Transcendence off. It's a huge counter EMP from Jinmu, but will there be any form of follow-up? Kevster laying down the pulse bomb. I think that was the easiest target in the world. Gaga just sitting there in the doorway. Still, an even fight. The Chengdu Hunters looking to fight tooth and nail to try and get back into this one. But if you can see that Evitol's just been pushed all the way back out of the choke point. Leave it to leave though. Might be able to try and turn this around, especially coordinating off the back of Gaga when he is diving in. This is a lot of space being...
Great Monk from a target so that they can isolate somebody, but it's difficult work out here for a Monkey.
Yeah, and the Primal Rage kind of got overlapped a little bit there with the Nano Boost. But that's okay. The Gladiators obviously just capitalizing right off the back of it, taking all the space that Muse was creating. Muse will eventually pay with his life, but they pushed them away. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to touch either, Josh. You can see Gaga is behind them, but he is being marked by space currently. And now it comes down to 4 seconds. He just about gets on, but he is so low right now. No more adaptive shields either. Leave has got this kill onto Birdring, and now the EMP comes through. The rally in time, no one's going to be able to touch. He's got it, but now it's the Nano Boost. That's going to be just slapped right onto Muse. He says, go on, get in there, son. And that's already 1 kill going away. Space just opened up right now as well. Muse, the tank line, just really just forcing their way into checkpoint A. And the Chengdu Hunters, without a leg to stand on. Leave and Jinmu do have ultimates, but in what world are they going to be able to turn this right now? It doesn't look likely.
Leave with a pulse.
Leave half HP, has the pulse bomb. He has to just try and touch and commit onto the point to try and at least contest this one. The EMP comes in. It's going to be trying to sync up with Gaga, but Gaga unable to build up the Primal Rage. And that's an easy capture. A bit of pressure onto the point. Kevster eating a lot of it as well. Birdring now position to at least get this pick onto Leighton and potentially set up his team with a nice little neutral hack. Obviously use it onto Gaga. As good a target as any. Might be able to get these pickoffs as well. This backline, you can see how much threat they're under right now. So much damage being put into them. And with the Nano Boost now onto Muse, this is essentially closed out here for the Gladiators. A really good read on how they were supposed to take this. Muse, though, was ready for it. Just about got out of there to the Mega Health back.
Look at him ducking his head, trying to get away from it. Can't get away from the headshot, though, from Lee.
Yeah, I believe just hunting him down in the end. That's a good pick for them. It means that now the Gladiators are forced to just kind of regroup, trying to play together, not lose any more players, but it's a hard task. With the Bionode sent in, they're all just low enough for them to get staggered out of this team fight. And crucially here for the Chengdu Hunters, they're able to just at least stop the Gladiators from going on an absolute 10. As the rally used pretty early on here. Jinmu is going to be using that barrage, and the Nano Boost slapped onto him. Bionated up, just needs to try and get out of there, but look at that damage. I mean, Space knew immediately what to do there. Just jumped straight on top of him with the defense matrix. All that damage, the rockets just getting ate up in the middle of it. Still the Chengdu Hunters looking to come back into this one, and it's going to cause Birdring to at least use the EMP to close this one out. And it should be easy for them here and out. Going to be able to cap up checkpoint B, now moving forwards into checkpoint C.
Sustained throughout the entirety of this fight. Here's where it could just get closed out. Skewed dropping weak, half health though, needs some healing.
There it is.
There goes the Nano.
Yep, jumping in. Doesn't have his lead for another second. Shield Bash is used, and Leaf's going to try his best to turn it around, but look at that whip shot round the side. Muse, oh my goodness, he's in a precarious position right now to try to get a heals, but nobody touches. Too distracted by the giant glowing monkey. At the right time for it as well, when we're nearing the playoffs, the overall play-ins as well. This is important for the Gladiators. You can see, look at this now, an aggressive hold, trying to play aggressive right into them, but Jinmu was ready for it. The damage boosted rockets just essentially 2 shots shoot.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the setup was there. Normally you're trying to set up beginning with a manual hack coming out from Birdring or a Bionade. You know, you've got Shu playing.
Jumping right into the streets. You can see Jinmu just rocket after rocket, just hoping to at least put in a bit of damage that can be followed up upon. He's going to do it himself. Shu eventually taken out, and now he's going for Skewed. The backline of the Gladiators is gone.
And the backline of Chengdu is as well. I mean, Monk and Nisha both died in the midst of that because Kevster and Birdring are putting on their own clinic. Oh, bye-bye. Late Young falls down to the center. They had slept Birdring. They slept Birdring, and Kevster came to peel for it. So that barrage was intended for the Sombra as well. And now Leave just gets this free blade.
Yeah, the blade comes through. That's a nice little hack, though. Leave actually can't move anywhere. Muse is going to try and turn this around for them, but Chengdu have got a lot of picks. Still, now it's Gaga's turn to just offload the ultimate. An angry monkey just kind of battering them around, and eventually they are going to get it now. 4 minutes for the Chengdu Hunters as they capture up checkpoint player. You need to be always keeping an eye on, but Shu is going to be removed. Self-destruct in close quarters. It's a dangerous situation to be in. There's a recall kill. It's rare to see that these days, especially with these compositions that are just spread out so thin across the map. Yet well, they're getting it anyway. And that isn't, I mean, a team fight win there for the Chengdu Hunters. Potentially get close enough. What a sleep though onto Birdering, and that's just going to be straight into the kill. A wonderful setup play from Monk. Leave comes in, the pulse bomb is a connection. Can they get the kill though? Muse hacked up, but the nano boost just keeping him alive. So durable, all during it, and setting up these kills for the rest of his team. Magical work there from the Gladiators. Pulse bomb, maybe trying to sync something up, and yet they are. The hack comes out. That's a bubble actually from Late Young, and it clears away the hack. But not enough. The backline is just really under so much threat there. Chengdu Hunters are using the ultimates. Gaga doesn't have the Primal Rage any longer, but was just using it to basically try and at least get maybe a capture. Only 1.42 meters between that and checkpoint B, but it's another team fight win here for the Gladiators. And the ultimates online for them means it's looking.
Is there anything else?
Gets the overtime going. That's an EMP onto the backline. Gaga leaping in as well. Might be able to get a pick, but it looks unlikely. Muse falls though. She's used pretty early on. Gaga taking so much damage, has to back off around this corner. And Monk's so close to the nano boost. This could be turnable, but the Chengdu Hunters have to play it excellently. Lei Young's going to be the recipient now of this nano boost. Just trying to lead it in. What a pulse bomb from Leave. Could be a clutch play coming out from them, and Kipster not able to get the bomb off. The Chengdu Hunters just somehow getting it done there. Jinmu distracting them for but a moment for them to leap in and steal it away.
It's an uphill battle for Chengdu.
Yeah, Gaga's going to have to do something magical here. The pressure onto the back line, but it matters not. When Kepster gets a two-piece with a pulse bomb, it's done and dusted. The ultimates expended are pretty much just wasted at this point as well, considering the spawn advantage for the Gladiators and get back into the fight much more by the team. But, I mean, the tracking, it's like almost every single bullet that he fires out lands onto the head of the opposition, and Kevster taken out. Pulse bomb off to the side. That's not going to be a connection, but Muse slept up, woken up though. It's a nano boost on him along with the Primal Rage. Chengdu Hunters have got to come out with something, and something has to be big. Gaga sleeping on the job though, not ideal for them, and now comboing up with the Primal Rage and the Pulse Bomb. It's all going the way of the Gladiators. The map pick for the Chengdu Hunters. Nambani has not worked out in the slightest. And in long series like this, Kepster tries to put a bit of pressure onto far away. Dodging and juking around the sign of Big Earls as well. Might try and sync something up with the rest of the team. But for now, that's Evadil completely split up from the rest of the team. Space gets that pick, and he's looking for more as well. Jinmu's not going to have the healing necessary to survive that one. Tracked out of the sky. Some stagger kills onto Leave means that really just shifting into the way of the Gladiators here.
You got 20%
neck and neck. Shoot.
It's a battle 80%? Of the EMPs here, though, I think.
Yeah. Well, here it comes. EMP onto Birdering, and it does connect onto the one target he wants.
Oh, no.
That's going to be right off the edge. Evadil cannot fly, obviously, when they're hacked up like that, and that space is boosters doing the good work there. Just pushing them right off the
harassing players that are getting hacked, and now he's managed to sandwich the support line as well. Farway desperately tries to throw at the nano. I don't think that landed onto anybody. Oh, it's on Eveltal, actually, but he was bio-naded.
A lot of ultimates committed here from the Chengdu Hunters to try and turn this one. That's going to be the hack, though, onto Leave. Beautiful play from Birdering, setting up his team there with the EMP to try and win out this team fight. Chengdu,
truly only Jinmu things. I don't know how he thinks he's going to be able to get away with this. Oh, that's slept as he went for the barrage. Hacked.
Trying to pincer something up here. Hacked, yeah. Jinmu just cancelled out of this one. Space takes him out with a body blaster, for goodness sake. And Kevster still alive and ripping through them, but so is Leave on the opposing team. Leave honestly did.
This is where Farway looks his best. This is where Leave arguably looks his best too. But they have to navigate a really tricky situation. Jinmu dies and Birdering has the EMP.
Just going to have to use those mines there. That's a rally going to be used. Skewed is taken out. It's just from the grapple straight up, and Lee's able to follow up on presumably a lot of that damage being done as well. Another hole forced out there from the Primal Rage. Leiling has to use the self-destruct to keep this one going. And more Transcendence means it could be a free EMP for them, but that's far away. There you go. Little kill into Kepster to try and at least close things out for them. It's very scrappy right now for the Gladiators. Nanabu slapped onto Muse. They want to try and at least use this to close out the team fight, but it's all over the bloody shop.
Yeah, the Chengdu have just spread out, split apart, waiting to collapse later onto the Gladiators, but they don't have the personnel to be able to touch the objective. Gladiators just got way too much value out of it.
Pushing this one deep. Kevster has a pulse bomb. Jinmu, the EMP, has to be big, and it is. It catches onto many targets. There needs to be a follow-up for them. Luckily, Leave is there. Recall's just in time, 7 HP almost going down. That's going to be the team fight win. The Gladiators looking to try and get a good disengage and exit here for a final team fight.
Part of the way that Kevster stayed alive as well is that Birdring used his EMP, so he created an
Ultimate's now committed. Post bomb does not connect. Bit of a whiff there from Kevster as he tried to potentially turn the fight around, but Muse, he sets it up, leaks straight onto Faraway and couldn't withstand a lot of the damage that was coming into his direction. Leave now with the post bomb. No, what a stun around the corner, skewed. A bit of a prediction, maybe just trying to avoid the damage coming his way, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Leaves taken out of the fight. They've relied on him so much to try and clutch these team fights around into the overtime scenario. Birdring now building up this EMP. When a contest comes through, it's going to be colliding, and now it clashes right into them. The Gladiators getting that full completion here on Route 66. They have gained high ground control though, which is an important factor for them. And now Leave with the Storm Arrows just shredding through them. Skewed is in trouble, but the healers come his way. But it's a huge Bionade. Birdring and Muse are very, very weak. And with that headshot onto Skewed, it's not looking likely they're able to win this one out. Unless he goes down with Storm Arrows. They are so good right now. That's going to be the Dragon Strike to split them across. It's only connecting onto a few of them still. Jinmu is just putting out that constant pressure with the rockets from the high ground, and no one's been dealing with him. All the pressure has been onto Leave. He absorbs it. All the aggression going his way. Still trying to turn this though. Kevster jumping onto Jinmu. Chengdu Hunters though, they have enough players that they're going to be able to sail this one in with no problems.
And Jinmu goes down
there, I suppose. He had an outrageous performance against the Shock to make it here, but this time, yeah, up against Jinmu's Hangzhou. Oh, I should say Farah.
The snipe on the Tracer?
Yeah. Okay, the barrage, why not?
That's so good. I mean, the timing there is just gorgeous. In terms of
whipping out the pistol, just trying to just
always
create a bit of a compilage there of clips of him just taking out the opposing team, but the Gladiators are not giving this one up. They've lost a lot of their players. No one's really dealing with Jinmu, but the ultimates are being committed anyway. There's the barrage, though. That should be enough to clean that up. Surely now for Jinmu with the amount of damage they're putting out. The Primal Rage. Muse wants to try and turn this anyway.
EMP. Birdring getting close to an EMP as well. Coming back up to respawn. There it is.
Three. Jinmu's been caught with it, but there we go. Leaf's still in the fight. He's still in the action. The damage boost just on him as well. He's taken out Birdring with no problems. And now a nano boost. They need to be careful of Jinmu here. The rally's going to be engaged. Everything is being invested into this fight from both teams, fighting all the way for it. A good self-destruct from space is going to push them all away from it. And the bubble, it only does so much to eat up the damage. Leave still alive, just tearing through the opposition. Eamon and Leave still alive. And Kevster takes him. Oh my goodness, just going to be going down in the midst of all of this chaos. Only 1 meter away now for the Chengdu Hunters to be able to take this. Hard-fought battle is really the key takeaway, I think.
Defense, making sure they keep the objective contested at all times. But Muse under all the pressure in the world. Discord Orb is so difficult to deal with.
Yeah, when it's slapped onto you, I mean, there's no real way, no angles in this final stretch of Route 66 to just disconnect it. And these are some staggered kills out as well. The Gladiators are trying to basically die onto the point, but already this card is halfway.
The biggest ults in the world to use. Rally, sure, but Chengdu have got some nice tools here as well.
The bomb maybe getting caught onto something there. The Dragon Strike from Leave, it pushed the positioning and Shoes taken out. Quick little headshot. That's going to be doing the brunt of the damage, and with the Transcendence healing keeping them up. And the Hunters now, 30 seconds, looking to try and finish this one and close this one out. They are getting the pickoffs. Just need to finish that one up. Actually, the hack fades away, so the recall comes back online for them. The engagement comes out. That's a good EMP. Catches onto a couple of them. And now Eamon as well. He's just a sitting target for them. Takes him out pretty easily. Doesn't have the Fortify or the shield when he's hacked up here.
The OT.
Like the Gladiators with the OT. Nobody's touching it. The Chengdu Hunters with ample... Oh, I mean, that was dangerously close and potentially one of the only opportunities he's going to be afforded. The Widowmaker has to get value here because now we're looking at the Chengdu Hunters with 80% in counting. Kevster taken out again, by the way. Evital's going to be falling off the edge of the map. No one was there to collect him out. Jinmu, very low. The barrage comes through off to the side, but he takes himself out in the process. Still, 90% for the Chengdu Hunters. No one on the Gladiators looks even close to contesting this one. They look a little bit lost, dare I say, honestly, in terms of the composition they want to run.
I don't think anyone's going to be able to touch this objective in the slightest, and that was a compress.
With the composition that they ran on the prior round, but now with early control of the point, they know exactly how this is supposed to be played. Kevster forced back, but another power drive right into the damage. That's Monk taken out.
Nicely done, but Birdring punished and Leave with a pulse. He's always so good for them.
Oh, there we go.
The backline has been ripped through, and surely this is the Hunters. Kevster's doing his best, just trying to sync up with Muse. Zipping away.
flail action just to try and take him out of it. There's the EMP! Doesn't connect. The Gladiators completely healthy in this regard, but Scoot's going to be going off the edge anyway. Still, 71% now for the Gladiators. Still trying to keep this one going. Birdering holding on to this EMP. Space as well trying to heal for them, but Shu is going to be falling there. In the end, just trading it out with the mech. EMP still online for them. The Gladiators look to try and go into this one again. Birdering might be teasing with the idea, but that's a whip shot to the face. Takes him out. And finally, the Chengdu Hunters are able to get control. Set up now. Yeah, the mine's now scattered to the one side of the point. Leaf doesn't have the recall, but the pulse bomb is definitely going to be finding its mark. That's the EMP though, and Leaf is hacked up. Will there be anything to really follow this up? It doesn't look like it. Space going to be demeched as well. They're all too low. The Gladiators just don't have the health to try and contest this one still. Leaf will get hacked up there with the Discord orb on him. It is easy to take him out. See if he can do anything with this pulse bomb. One of his own. Because that's a rally going to be used already. That's Late Young eating it up. The prediction came round. They knew they could read it like a book. Here comes the Self-Destruct as well, right over the top. But not able to get back into the mech. Birdering is going to be able to take him out with a Transcendence healing, pushing across the point. Another pulse bomb though. Leave is just ridiculous right now. And now we are potentially seconds away from the Chengdu Hunters taking this map. Potentially taking this series back under their control. Really diving deep for a lot of these picks now. They know that if they get these stagger kills, this is going to be done and dusted. Chasing them down to the ends of the earth, into the ruins of Ilios. Monk not even really needing to use that Transcendence. You can see Birdering had to just uncloak for but a moment to keep this overtime going, but can anyone even touch? Doesn't seem likely. The Chengdu Hunters going to be walking. It lives and dies based on how well he is going to be playing. That's an Immortality Field used early. You can see the damage they're putting in. Birdering. Okay, that's just naughty. Oh my god.
And the mercy. Oh my, the fade.
Right up top there, that's the Immortality Field that has to be committed. Jinmu forces that out, he can be pleased with it, but the Dragon Striker's gonna throw a wrench into the plans they might have here. The Chengdu Hunters though, with that kill onto Muse, potential to turn it. As I say that though, Kevster is definitely just tearing them to pieces, playing off the back of these Discord orbs. Still need to be careful though. You never know what might happen. What's
that window? Good pressure from Eviltil as well. Space was a monster in their previous series, and that is such a good opportunity.
Oh wow. Yeah, and they just hunt him down. I mean, the Supercharger is honestly just one of the best ultimates in the game. If you get it into the right position where the enemy just has... But they do get the res off, yes. Chengdu Hunters potentially back into this now. Jinmu has the blade. There's no nano boost though to accompany this. And what is he going to have to try and tear through it? Well, the Immortality Field gets deleted and so does Shu. Skewed has to use that Transcendence to try and stay alive into this one, and now it is really getting scrappy. The Chengdu Hunters want to be trying to win this one out. The nano boost onto Jinmu. They want just a pure neutral game, and he's going to be able to pull it off anyway.
What a performance from Jinmu. He just gets the damage boost from Eviltil. Just the mercy damage boost.
They can't even blink in without the risk coming their way. Pulse Bomb's going to be sticking onto the Immortality Field. I see Kevster using one of his own as well. Positioning into the corner there, but it's the Chengdu Hunters who are winning out the team fight. They still need to deal with Kevster though. Leon gets taken out. And now, yeah, with the Harmony Orb on him, how does he get away with that? Leave just gets destroyed. Still hunting him. That's going to be a success.
Leave with a pick.
No way. And that's going to operate straight away. Jinmu wants to use this blade. That's no more Immortality Field. He's going to be finding it hard to get that dash reset. The pull might get one there. So it does have it available now. Self-destruct right up into the sky. Pushes them all away. The Transcendence healing for the Chengdu Hunters. That's Monk just leading his team to victory with the Discord Orb on Muse. He can't escape it. Has to back off, but these ultimates are being committed. Shu is in the backline with the window. He's just going to be pumping in the damage and the healing from afar here, but no one's really dealing with them. What a stick! Kevster potentially taking matters into his own hands, but the Chengdu Hunters have already dealt with the backline that was around them. The rally being committed into this one, I don't know if they've got the damage or the players to try and win this one out, but they do force out the ultimates. Supercharger dropped. Muse just essentially shredded. Kevster has to be taken out there in the end. Leave is the one to do the job.
That's probably worthwhile though for the Gladiators. Trading rally for super
point. That's going to be the flashbanger. Does connect. Leave channeling up the Deadeye. Needs to get something done, but that's Muse already taken out again. One by one, the Gladiators struggling to contest. Finally, Birdering just whipping himself around onto the objective. Space will be next though with that Discord Orb. No one has been able to deal with Monk this entire time. It felt like he's been permanently on 300 health. Supercharger from the backline though, still pushing forwards. Leave eventually is going to go down, but not before the damage is firmly done. It's the Chengdu Hunters finishing with 1 minute and 1
somewhat of a disadvantage, I think.
Yep. Shots coming through, just off to
Monk
the side
under a lot of
there,
pressure.
that's a kill onto Monk, yep. Set up actually by Kevster, who's in the back line. Another headshot onto Leave. Birdering coming alive. As much as we're giving the appropriate amount of respect there to the Chengdu Hunters DPS duo, still finding their way in here.
Yeah, what a step up from Birdering. So much better than Hunters when they were in this position.
Look at Birdering. The amount of damage is coming in his way. The Immortality Field just could not connect onto him. It's the Bionade that does all that damage. Monk just finding around these sly little angles here with the Nano Boost now just dropped onto Jinmu. The barrage. Oh, that's just an absolute freebie. Yeah, nothing to really stop that one. Ultimate's still committed though. Space feeling like he needs to commit into this one with Gaga falling, I suppose. They do have the further spawns, and Birdering getting 2 here. Dragon Strike again. He's trying to scout out the Pharaoh Mercy combo. That's a big bomb right into the Bionade. That's being damage boosted as well. The backline just didn't know what hit them. Got a sleep dart on top, why not? Just to flex on the opposition.
Bit of backline dip. You don't see
it's again Jinmu just up high ups in the sky on the rooftops. They still want to try and take this though, with Gaga falling, Leaf trying to turn things around. That's going to be the post bomb. What is that tracking? The 80-80 spam, not enough. Leaf just takes him out. I mean, just ridiculous.
Kevster with a good kill actually to be able to take down Leaf, but it's just too little, too late. Shu gives up his Amp Matrix to swap coming out here onto the back line.
A bit of a whiff there actually, and they do know that now Monk is in the back line. Going to be pushing right around the corner. That's going to be the hack up. The tank's very weak and susceptible at the moment to a lot of that damage coming through. The self-destruct still gets Muse though in the middle of this. Jinmu as well using that barrage to catch a lot of the players coming around the corner. And we're looking now at just a minute.
The Gladiators have everything they need. Hack onto Eviltul as well. They find the first pick.
The post bomb, no, it pushed them all into their line of sight. Lee manages to get 2 as the backline's destroyed, but the Gladiators, they're still trying to hang on. 20 seconds remaining now. Chengdu Hunters are definitely weak, and look at that, Muse just sneaking up onto Leave. Didn't even know that was happening. Finds the kill with a beatdown anyway. A critical pickoff. Right now it's looking so even between him with the staggered kill onto Leave. Might be able to make it happen. He spotted
what
it,
a stick!
Monk goes down, but can they deny the res? Yes, they can. Tracking them all down with the Nano Boost applied. Well, that's going to be that. A team fight win, and what a setup from Kevster. With all the responsibility and pressure.
But they have the rally, which is good against small, sustained damage like that.
Skew gets taken out. There's no more rally for this team fight. The Chengdu Hunters, that could have just been an absolute miracle handed to them. But Leave is going to be taken out anyway. And now, all eyes on Kevster. 20 seconds remaining, the whip shot pushes him back. He thought he was going to be predicted, and he's removed from the fight, the Chengdu Hunters. Oh my goodness. A series of very intelligent switches right at the final moment have just absolutely stumped the Gladiators. And now Kings Row, oh wow, they've been set up for an absolute miracle here. Coming right back into this series as the overtime is going to be trickling down here. They're in prime control. No one can touch. And we are going to the final map. A minute and a half off the clock. No real casualties, but as I say that, Leave and Jinmu, okay. The backline goes away simultaneously. And now nothing to support Muse, left high and dry. He knows what's coming for him. He just needs to find the headshots. And Matrix! Yoink forwards. It's a quick and dirty little headshot, but it is going to be at least Monk taken out. Kevster still in the backline, but not enough to deny the res. Still, now the pressure is really getting to them. Birdering rips through Jinmu. Another quick headshot onto Gaga. Takes him out. Leaf's going to need something absolutely absurd to turn that around. The Gladiators with their pole comp eventually pepping away one at a time. Kevster needs to at least get a pick here, but again, the pocket is instantly there. Leave straight away, back up to 175 health, but Birdering finds it. And that's just the positioning, eventually pushing through. Bit of prediction there from Kevster, trying to anticipate the Exo boost in use. Maybe catching him with the pulse bomb, but not enough. Still, they get the pick. That's good enough for now. They just need to try and convert it into a little bit more.
Jinmu forced to dash away, hasn't found the opportunity to go for a blade, and Birdering is popping off. This Hangzhou is dealing dividends.
How are they going to be using it? Jinmu has the blade now, he's going to be letting it loose, but he walks right into the Dragon Strike. 22 health, he's pressured down. He just waded right into it, got taken down so low enough that it was easy pickings for him. Birdring taking a bit of a flank angle approach. He's got the supercharger damage as well, just to supplement everything that he's putting out. Leaf's still alive as well in this fight, but probably not for much longer, because Birdring's eventually going to deal with him. So the Gladiators...
He's just
see the south to
that's the objective.
Space pushes it forward, but Late Young not there. Pulse bomb as well from Kevster is good. Just need to deny the res, and they're going to do that. A minute and 10 seconds. Kevster not dissuade in the slightest. Going to be putting in that damage enough for Bird.
Forge your path forwards with Rally.
Here it comes. Dragon Strike cuts across. See a bit of a war ride right up there, just running straight up the side of it there. Jinmu trying to escape really the worst of it. That's the nano boost on him, but is Leaf really going to be able to do too much? What a Helix Rocket definitely is. Bursts them down. Enough for the team to basically chunk down the remaining members. 20 seconds now for the Gladiators.
He's a beast. I mean, Leaf down the majority of the healing.
That pick, it could be massive now as it gets into the overtime. Space does not have the heals to even touch on the Wrecking Ball. They have to play forwards. Muse did not want to switch off the Orisa because he's holding on to this supercharger that's just 4% away. But how do they do it? How do they break through? They don't, is the appropriate answer. Going to be stopped just short of that final.
They want to try this out. Jinmu's going to get great value out of the Mercy.
They just jump straight onto him. Damage boost into the Holt, but they still want to fight back. The Gladiators coming right in. They want to take the fight up close and personal. And it has paid off for them. Late Young's going to get demeched here and presumably staggered off as well, which is only going to be helping them get the rest of their players back in the fight.
Shu wins that blade.
Slap on a damage boost, you could have something going. Jinmu though taking a ton of damage, and now here it comes, the blade right through them. But Kevster answers back into the backline still. Jinmu might be able to get it, not quite. Shut down, that's Birdring, who's going to be credited with the kill.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! He just ripped Evadul's head off. He's sick of the Mercy plays kicking around with the pistol plays and everything else. And Late Young not going to be Dragon Strike as well. It can split them off when they try and recontest this. And there we go, he's going to do just that. Right around the corner. Already Arrow was being drawn as he knew Kevster was coming off for the approach to try and contest this one. Yeah, Matrix, Shu has it down. Maybe they can get a kill off the back at this one, but it's actually Birdring. The bomb, the damage, it all comes together. The Gladiators, they combine everything at their disposal. They're going to come out with the teamfight win right at the very end. Really just field. Nicely for them, but the Chengdu Hunters haven't lost anyone yet. The heals are coming through to Holt to pull them all together. The Gladiators, you can feel that the damage is being done to them right now, and you've got to win this one out, but Jinmu, he's pulled out the blade. That's already going to be the picks going in their direction. The neutral game happening for them. Eventually the Chengdu Hunters, only operating off a couple of the ultimates, but they are able to get that checkpoint A. Cautious though.
They all know he's there. Oh, and they're going to try and fight this. They're pushing forwards. Evotol with Skewed gets that kill.
Oh, it's potentially winnable for them, even though Leaf's got that kill onto Kevster. They are going to follow up with the damage. That Dragon Strike just eventually just went straight through. Monk took him out, and Birdring's got into a nice little off-angle position. The Storm Arrows not doing too much, but the Chengdu Hunters, they're winning this one out. Muse has fallen. Birdring, oh, he's going to be next on the list. There you go, taken out straight away. It's going to be desperation now for the Gladiators.
Shu's turning it with his Ant Matrix.
With the Ant Matrix from the back. Jinmu's been taken out. I don't believe that. You have got to be kidding me.